Welcome back. Okay, we're just finishing out numbers 9 and 10, and then we will get self-glued into our not our planners, our journals, and then we'll be done. Okay, here we go. I hope you're liking coordinate graphing. I love it. The graph below represents an automobile traveling at a constant speed. Constant rates and constant speeds are all about coordinate graphing. Constant means it doesn't change. You're not looping and ups and down. It's just the constant speed. Okay? I love stuff like this when you're traveling because it happens all the time. You see signs like this all the time on the road. 25 miles per hour. It means that if you were to travel for an hour, your car should have only made it 25 miles. That's what it means. If you get on the freeway and it says 70 miles per hour, it means that if you drove at 70 miles per hour for a whole hour, you should be able to get how far? 70 miles. That's what it means. Okay? Some people go faster, so they get there faster than an hour. But that's what miles per hour means. So look how easy this is. Obviously, if you don't spend any time in the automobile, you're not going to go any distance. 0, 0. Congratulations. What if I go for an hour in the automobile? How far did I go? 60. So it must be 60 miles per hour, huh? Interesting. Because at 1 hour, I went 60 miles. Okay, just looking at the graph real quick before I do the table. I like to look at it first. They've extended the line. Can you see that? Whoa, they do like major extension of line. I don't usually do it that far, but I guess you can. All right, number 9. The points on the graph represent 4 ordered x and y pairs. Write the ordered pairs. What? I have to look at the graph to write the ordered pairs. Oh, I can totally do this. The first ordered pair. What's the first dot at, everybody? 0, 0. Raise your hand if you know what the second ordered pair is. Thank you so much. That's a lot of hands in the air. What is the second ordered pair? Number 19.
160.
That is correct. Make sure to get a group point. What is the third ordered pair? The third ordered pair, number 4?
2 and 120.
That's right. It's a big one. 2 and 120. And the last ordered pair, everybody, is 3, 180. Nice job. I like that you squeezed the word and in there. I should have probably done that. I didn't. Okay. Yay for us. We did it. Number 10. Complete the table to show the relationship between the time and distance. So now we're working backwards. This is super cool. Remember, the time is the x, because it says it on my x-axis, and the distance is the y, because it says it in the y-axis. So now I should be able to take this and work backwards. 0, 0, 1, 60, you got this. 2, 120, 3, 180. Looking straight up above. Okay. Wow, that was it. So these problems are not too difficult if you just go step by step. Ready for the last thing? I love this one. Check understanding. This is kind of like a stretcher thinking sometimes. Using the graph for problems 9 and 10, so look at this problem. How far would you expect the car to have traveled in 4 hours? So they have a perfect line. You can trust the graph on this one. It's perfect because it was computer generated. So I can tell where it would be. I'm just going to like circle that point. If you panic about stuff like that and you're like, well, what if it's not perfect? Then you can plug in the number. Do you know what's happening here? Do you know what the rule is? I put in 0, I get out 0. You can never tell what it is with that one. So you got to go to the next one. I put in 1, I get out 60. Did I add 59 every time? No, because 0 plus 59 would be 59. So the rule can't be add 59. The rule has to be, how did I get from 1 to 60? I times by 60. Does 2 times 60 equal 120? Yes. Does 3 times 60 equal 180? Yes. So 4 times 60 would be 240. Let's just prove it on the graph. If I went over 4 hours, would I have gone 240 miles? Yes. So you can use the graph or you can use the table. How far would you expect it to have gone? 240 miles. At what constant rate of speed is the automobile traveling? All you have to look at is the unit. The unit is 1. So if you go, what is the constant rate? I go over to the 1. How far did it go in 1 hour? It went 60 miles per hour. So the constant rate is 60. Watch how you do miles per hour. mph. You've probably seen that before on road signs. The constant speed, or the rate of speed, was 60 miles per hour. What's the rate of water dropping here? I would go, because it's minutes, I would go with 60, or I would go with an hour. And at every hour, 30 milliliters are dropping. So it's 30 milliliters per hour. So to find a unit or a rate, you go to the whatever one whole would be. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, kind of. You kind of said maybe. All right, here's what we're doing. I love to cut this stuff up and put it into our journal. And I want to be able to cut as much of it out as possible. So I like the water dripping one quite a bit, because it's kind of a little bit harder of one. But I really like the constant speed one too. We're going to use both of them. So watch how I'm going to do this. I'm going to take number 8 and cut it, like cutting the paper in half, almost. But I don't want, I want to just kind of cut out all the extra things. What am I getting rid of? Something awesome? Yeah. It's okay. Let's keep the real world problems title. I think that is good for you to remember that this is why we do math, is because it comes up in the real world. Especially if you want to be an engineer one day, they use this kind of math all the time. Okay, so you can't cover up a hole in your journal, so you're going to have to, make it work however it works best for you. You could even cut off the graph and glue it somewhere else if you needed to. I think I can get mine to work. We are done with the math lesson today. Your homework and remembering, you already should have that, but your homework and remembering is not too difficult if you are paying attention during the lesson today. If you are not focused and paying attention, it's going to become a little more complicated for you. So I wish you the best of luck, but here's how it's going to work. Get the one that says real world problems, glued or taped in, whatever you want to do, into your journal on the front side. Then you're going to turn your paper in your journal to the back side, and I have this number 9 and 10 and check understanding, and I'm just gonna glue it sideways on here because we're done, and this is the only thing that I want to save for that. So that's kind of nice. I'm just gonna turn it sideways. I'll show you a little bit higher. Turn it sideways like I'm using the red line to center it. Okay. After you get that glued in, you are free to put your journal away and get going on homework and remembering 7.6. I hope you love coordinate graphing as much as I do. It's the best.